I'm Chavi, and I hope you're all keeping healthy and safe. We're doing this video tutorial series on how to effectively manage your diabetes. And one of the aspects of self-management of diabetes really is being able to administer insulin yourself. And you can really do it via three ways. One is using an insulin pen, you can use a syringe, or you can use an insulin pump. Snehal has already spoken about how to use an insulin syringe properly, and in case you've missed that, we're going to link that in the description. You can check that out. I'm going to talk about how to use an insulin pen to administer insulin, and to do that you really need the pen, the cartridge, and a needle. I'm going to first talk about how do you put the cartridge into the insulin pen. So there are actually two kinds of insulin pens that are available. One is a one-time pre-filled pen, which is this. So I have a Fias pre-filled pen that I use for corrections, and I have to discard this. Nupur and I have actually tried this, and we've done a review which we're going to link in the description again. And then there is these pens which are reusable ones, which essentially means that all you have to do is that once your cartridge is over, you just need to place another cartridge into the same pen. Now, if you're using an insulin pen, there are chances that you're ideally on a basal bolus, which means that you use a short acting and a long acting insulin. And the pen that you use depends upon the insulin that you have been prescribed. So there's not a single pen that works with every kind of cartridge. So just check with your pharmacist, your endocrinologist, which pen works with the insulin, and basis that, once you have the pen with you, so I use a Lantus for my long acting and Lispro for my short acting bolus. I'm gonna just show you how I put my cartridge, my Lantus cartridge, into my pen. So this is my pen. Once you uncap it, this is what it would be. This is the place where you put in your insulin cartridge, which has markings for 300 IU, which is ideally the number of units of insulin that comes in a single cartridge, a cartridge which looks like this. So I'm going to just put this into this. So you uncap this, put this inside, and there. So that's how you put in your insulin cartridge. When you have to take the insulin shot, there's this needle that you get. So it's a BD needle, that the one that I have. You screw it on top, and there you go. This is ready to take an insulin shot. Couple of things. Your insulin pen needs to be stored in the refrigerator because this needs to be temperature controlled. But before you have to use it, it's advised that you take it out at least 30 minutes before you have to take your shot, because it needs to be at room temperature when you're about to use it. So be mindful of that. Now once you've screwed on the needle, you want to check for any air bubbles that are here, any air bubbles, and you want to just slowly tap it like this to ensure that the air bubbles are gone. And that's really to ensure that when you take your insulin shot, you don't end up injecting air instead of actual insulin. Okay, so that you need to be sure of. Once you've got this on, now to take the insulin shot, for your short acting insulin, ideally you should be using maybe the back of your arm, or you can use your stomach area, and really rotate the site. And for your long acting one, the basal, you can use your thigh area. Again, you need to rotate your site. But the point is that whenever you're ready to take the shot, you take this off, and then what you do is you go here this is where the marking for your dose would be. So how many units of insulin you need to take. The one that I have has, let's say, take insulin in whole number units, which means 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit. There are pens that are available which also allow you to take 0.5 of a unit. So if that's what you need, or that's how you've been prescribed, you can get one of those. But once you're ready to take your insulin, what you need to do is, you need to, whatever area, be it your thighs, your stomach, your this, arms, you need to pinch it a little like this, to ensure that when you inject, you're doing it properly, and that the insulin goes in properly. Also, another thing that you need to ensure is that you take it at an angle, a wee bit, like a slight angle. So don't like just directly put in at a 90 degrees. That's not what is advised. Once you've taken your insulin shot, you unscrew the needle, you place the needle separately, you cap on the pen, and you're good to go. So that's really about using an insulin pen to take the shot. Now another thing is, how do you use it when, like, how do you travel with your insulin? So on an everyday basis, or even for longer travels, I ideally use a Frio pouch. I have a bigger one as well, so if I'm traveling outside, I would use that. Or since on an everyday basis I only carry a basal, I would use this. You can use an ice pack, you can use this, really whatever works for you, but this is quite compact and quite effective, so I tend to use this to carry my insulin. All my other supplies I keep elsewhere, and this I keep separately. So that was about using your insulin pen to administer insulin. I hope this is helpful. We'll be coming up with more videos on this effective management of diabetes. So we suggest that you subscribe to this channel and just kind of keep a track of videos as and when they're uploaded. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.